All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the second live stream of this podcast. And as you guys know, as I explained in the last episode, that this is raw and uncut. There's no editing, there's no nothing. So today we have our sports analysis show with me, as always, for this show. Lucas, how are you today?
What's up, Joe? I'm good. Happy to be back.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be back too. It was a crazy weekend. It's a crazy weekend full of Super Bowl madness for sure. So I'll start off with you, Lucas. Like, what was your reaction to the Super Bowl, the game, the halftime show, the everything around it? How did you feel?
Yeah, man. I loved it. I thought it was a great game. A great just weekend of football. Great way to close the season off. We're back to no football for a little while, but that's all right. That's all right. Great game. I predicted it. I'm happy the Seahawks won. Congratulations to the Seahawks. 29-13 game. Great game, great defensive game. I thought it was a huge defensive game, especially by the Seahawks. I mean, seeing them win their way through the playoffs this year was unbelievable. It looked like a clinic out there against the Patriots. Congratulations to the Patriots as well. I'm not digging on the Patriots too hard. But it's cool to see the Seahawks win again, win the Super Bowl, get that lick back. I'm sure that felt good for the city of Seattle. For Sam Darnold too, what a great season for Sam Darnold. To just be such a dominant team on both sides of the ball. It's great to see, and it's great to see football like that. The halftime show, I dug it, dude. I dug it. I like Bad Bunny anyway. I don't know what he's saying out there, but I like the music, so it ain't too bad. But other than that, yeah, just a great Sunday night watch, man, of great football. I'm gonna hand it off to you.
All right,
Yeah.
great, man, great. I watched the game. I did not watch the halftime show, mainly because I was walking home uh from a destination. I won't say where, but I was walking home, and basically the walk home was like half hour, which is the entirety of the halftime.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, had to get home to walk my dog, and just because my dog goes on his 9 o'clock walk, so he needs that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I did not get to see the halftime show. And look, I don't really listen to too much of Bad Bunny's music. Uh, I don't speak Spanish. However, I do know the song he did with Drake, and uh, you know, Drake is. Yeah, him and Drake, that song they did, Mia, it was really good. I liked it. And I was like, from the tone of his voice, I'm like, yeah, he's got like a fun, vibrant tone in his voice, you know what I mean? And I dig it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and from what I saw, it was good. What I really loved though was Charlie Puth, who sang the national anthem. That was one of the better national anthems I've heard in recent years. That was amazing. His voice was really, it just adapted well. He has a really great tone of voice, and you know, it was it was beautiful, man. And I actually knew Charlie Puth was right for this because around 6 years ago when Kobe died, they had him. It was the first Laker game since Kobe died, and he sang that "See You Again" song. He has with Wiz Khalifa, and even in a live performance, it was really good. But anyways, to the game, uh, I thought the Patriots were gonna win. Be honest, I really thought they would put up a better fight than what they did.
Yeah.
It is what it is at this point. I do feel, I feel great for the city of Seattle. You know what I mean? They definitely deserve this because of what happened all these years ago.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's divine intervention, man. They they just get the Patriots, in their first time back to the Super Bowl. They play the team that ripped their heart out of their chest. You know what I mean? So it was only fitting. And Kenneth Walker, you know what I mean, is Super Bowl MVP, you know, really fitting. I remember when he was at Michigan State when they played Michigan, established himself. I think he ran for 5 touchdowns in that game. And that was the year Michigan went to the college playoffs. So, you know, with Aiden Hutchinson and them. So, you know, all around, great game. I was rooting for the Patriots, but it's unfortunate. Now, I do have to ask you, Lucas.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, we haven't talked about this, but um, Will Campbell, the starting left tackle, we've talked about him on the show before. However, I haven't brought this up to you. He declined to talk to the media after the game. Patriots beat writer, I believe, asked, Will if he wanted to talk, and he had tears in his eyes. It was a rookie left tackle. So I am wondering, Lucas, what did you make of that?
I don't know, man. I mean, tough situations, especially after like a loss like that. I don't think you really want to talk about much of anything. For some of these guys are already looking to next season. Get back out there, start playing against some people. Some of these guys are just going to go enjoy their time off and sit by the pool and drink margaritas and wait till camp starts. Tough situations. You hate to see, and it's especially like already emotional. You can only imagine what was going through that guy's head. Besides, how do I answer this reporter's question? So hate to see it. Tough situations, but sure, we'll see
Yeah,
in the future. We'll see good in the future.
absolutely. I mean, look, the people that are criticizing Will Campbell could never, half of them could never even talk in that situation,
Yeah,
knowing that they just, they didn't. Like, listen, let's call it for what it is. Will didn't play his best game, and that's okay. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They all, he's human after all, and
exactly,
it
exactly.
is what it is, man. And I saw the other day he came out with an apology that he didn't, speak to the media. But I don't think, he needs to apologize. I think your contract though in the NFL, they require you to be available after games for the media. And if you don't, you get fined. So
Yeah,
look, I hope you know, I don't fault him at all for not talking to the media because I know I couldn't. I just would not be able to. The emotions, the frustrations of what I just went through, probably just because also you don't want to say anything you're gonna regret. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So I don't fault him at all. Will, if you're watching this, man, I don't fault you at all. You had a amazing season this season, and just bounce back, man. Uh, Now I do want to ask you though about the starting quarterbacks of this year's game, Sam Darnold and Drake May. What does this mean for their journeys, and what do you think it can mean for them going forward?
Oh, dude, great question. Great question. both looked great this year. This one game, obviously, um, Sam Darnold looked a little better. He actually looked a lot better. So I'm really excited to see what the Seahawks have next season. Will they, uh, go back and keep winning and go to the Super Bowl again next year, or will they fall like the Eagles? Not make it back to the Super Bowl next year, but still be a really good team. Or will they just like fall off? You never really know.
Mhm.
Good team. I'm excited. Like I said, I was ecstatic about Sam Darnold's season this year. Was It's really good to see him, keep winning and, you know, shut up all the haters out there.
Yeah, 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 for
For
sure.
Drake May and the Patriots, young team, and they made it this far. They can't be too mad with that. Drake May, he's got a lot to learn for sure. He's got a lot of to learn in like the pocket with pressure going. I felt like that was a big red red flag about Drake May is like once you started pushing pressure on him early, he can't really bounce back right now.
Mhm.
But with time and development and taking this offseason serious, which I'm sure he will, I'm sure the Patriots will, they'll be back again as a really strong team in the AFC next year. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay. Uh, so I'll start off with that was a great dialogue right there, Lucas.
thank you, thank you.
No problem. I'll start off with Sam. You know what I mean? Sam, this uh this means a lot, for Sam Darnold's journey, especially when you think about what he's gone through. Especially he was drafted by the Jets, ended up in Carolina. Then he ends up on the 49ers team that, excuse me, goes to the Super Bowl. Then they end up he ends up with the Vikings as a breakout year, and then this year he finally gets his shot, you know what I mean? And kind of reminded me of a like Fernando Mendoza with Indiana. A
Yes,
lot of these guys were misfits, really on the Seahawks. They were misfits. They were kind of counted out, you know what I mean? They had something going on. They had doubters going into the NFL, and you put all them together, man, and you know, they ended up winning them a Super Bowl, you know what I mean? It kind of
so,
reminded me this year of Indiana. So that was cool. And for Drake May and the Patriots, again, like you said, very young team. I don't believe this is the end for Drake May. I think he will be back in the Super Bowl one day. Is it next year? I don't know. But I do believe someday he'll be back in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
yes,
Especially, I checked. I did check today. Next year's Super Bowl is in Los Angeles.
they're
Uh,
back in Los Angeles. Nice.
at SoFi Stadium, so it will remain on the West Coast. So that'll be fun. But NFL, come on, you
Come
got to
back
bring it back down here to Miami or Tampa. Come
for
on now.
somebody, something.
The
Jazz
last
Super Bowl in Jacksonville, dude. That'd be crazy.
the last time the NFL had a Super Bowl in Jacksonville was when I believe it's when the Patriots played the Jag. Oh no, they played the Eagles with Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb. That was like 2004. That was like the last time. But here's the thing: there's a lot of places that the NFL would never host a Super Bowl at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm not gonna throw cities out there because I don't need people. Like, oh, you hate my city, you hate my city. No, 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 I don't need that.
exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
there's just places that just are simply not as marketable as others. So
Is what it
I'm
is. Is what it
I'm gonna
is.
just leave it at that. But
Joey, let me ask you a question. I don't
go
believe I
ahead.
asked you. I don't believe I asked you. What do you think about speaking of the Patriots? Um,
Yes.
Bill Belichick, not a Hall of Fame coach. What's your thoughts?
Uh I think it's ridiculous. Um, however, I mean, I heard the main reason why was because of Spygate. They wanted
Yes.
to not give him the Hall of Fame nod this year because of Spygate. And like, listen, I there's been suspicions for years as to what the Patriots did or did not do. But look, at the end of the day, you know, NFL they conducted their investigations and I guess they did find there was a little bit of foul play. However, you know, you cannot convince me that the Patriots were the only organization in the
Absolutely.
NFL that
Absolutely.
was doing any of this. So like let's and like imagine jumping through all those hoops spying on other teams and it doesn't work. Like it
Yeah.
still doesn't work. And that's the problem. You can spy all you want. You can steal all you want. But at the end of the day, you still got to go on the field and play.
Yeah.
If
Anything,
you don't
any given Sunday, dude.
if you don't have the guys, the athletes to, to execute on the other team's mistakes, then I mean, what's it really gonna do? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That would be like, all right, I'm gonna catch some flack for this, but I would be like if the New York Jets stole the Philadelphia Eagles playbook or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, listen, New
Hey,
York Jets.
no diss on the Jets. No diss on the
Yeah,
Jets.
shout out my guy Mason Taylor. I went to high school with him. He's on the Jets right now.
Shout out.
They just don't have a team nucleus to beat the Eagles. You know what I mean? This year. I'm sorry, but it's just the truth.
No,
So,
you're so correct, bro. You're so correct. You're so
but
correct.
what do you think about it? Because one of my favorite players of all time, though, Larry Fitzgerald, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Uh,
dude. And Luke Kinley, or however you say his last name.
Luke Kuechly.
Luke Kuechly, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Luke Kuechly.
shout out to Luke Kuechly. Shout out to Larry Legend. He definitely
Dude,
deserved to be first ballot Hall of
you're
Famer. But
absolutely.
Lucas, what did you think about it?
Um, I couldn't agree more. Just ridiculous. Bill Belichick is probably one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. He has a great resume. Not like forget the Super Bowls. Forget the Super Bowls. Just winning most playoff wins as a coach, most playoff appearances as a coach, most conference division conference wins as a coach. Um, and that's not by mistake. I'm sure he wasn't like, yes, there was foul play found. That doesn't, like you said before, that doesn't account for everything. That doesn't account for everything.
Yeah,
Um, but I think he is more than qualified to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. What are they? Are they not going to let Tom Brady in as a first ballot Hall of Famer because of Spygate? Are they going to block Gronk for Spygate? What are they like? What's this really mean to me? That's what that means to me. Like, what does that really mean?
I know.
But utterly ridiculous. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, or nobody will respect the Hall of Fame anymore because it's a serious thing. And I respect the Hall of Fame. I respect the NFL Hall of Fame. But if this happens, if this continues to happen, and if like people are spiteful in their voting, then it's going to be a meaningless thing.
Dude, I mean, yeah. Dude, I was at the Hall of Fame.
Yes, you went there.
I've been to the Hall of Fame, bro. It's a really nice museum, man. It's really nice, dude. You know what I mean?
I gotta go.
Yeah, Canton, Ohio, bro. Really one of the best experience I've had. But bro, like, come on, man. There's literally, bro. There's a whole bunch of, um, you know, like face like statues. They call them busts, I think.
Yeah.
there's a bus for every single Hall of Fame inductee. They have, a shrine for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. They got all types of decorations, and I actually was told there at the museum the stuff we put out is like only 3% of the artifacts we have, which is
Dang, really?
insane. And they rotate the exhibits every 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's unbelievable. But again, bro, I'm sorry, but that's just flat out ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
How
this
do
is
you win
this
how do you win 6 Super Bowls? Listen, despite everything that's happened with Bill Belichick off the field and even on it, I'm sorry. You win 6 freaking Super Bowls. Come on, man. That's ridiculous, dude. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
insane.
And you also don't induct Robert Kraft as well. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's ridiculous.
or wait, is Robert Kraft inducted already or no?
I don't believe so. I think he was another coach that got snubbed.
Or owner.
Or owner.
I know Jerry Jones is in it. I know he's in there,
Ah,
but
come on.
oh my
You
god.
put Jerry Jones in the Hall of Fame before you put Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame. I mean, granted, two different operations going on here, head coach and owner, but like
And
almost
hey, listen, Jerry Jones, I give credit where credit's due. My man is what, 83 years old, and he ain't no pushover.
he's gonna own the Cowboys till he dies.
Oh yeah, but he's not a pushover though.
Yeah.
Still, you see it to like they just franchise tagged George Pickens the other day, and also
There you go.
this
I
you
mean,
saw it last offseason with Micah Parsons. Like he's like, no, I'm not playing games with you.
yeah,
Like you're not gonna try to strong arm me. You
no,
know what I mean?
not at
I'm
all. Not at all.
you get into a battle with Jerry Jones, you're not gonna win, and that's why I
Especially when
think
it
he's
comes to money or being like paid or contracts, Jerry Jones got it down.
absolutely, man. That's the respected. He's one of the most respected owners out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But guys, it's been a hell of a show. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Sorry we didn't really talk about other sports. We just wanted to give our reaction to the Super Bowl and recent NFL developments. Obviously as the offseason starts to unfold, and we'll talk about you know the
Possible trades, when the draft comes up, we'll do a draft reaction.
absolutely, and we'll also, talk about other sports as well. Also not to mention the UFL is coming up. Orlando got a team. The Orlando Storm. So, and we don't gotta watch UFL in Memphis no more. At that, listen, no diss to the Memphis Tigers, man, but
Dude,
Lord have mercy, that stadium. Tell them, Lucas. Tell them.
Memphis, dude. I've been to that stadium. Love my Memphis Tigers. M Memphis. But that stadium is not a good. That stadium is not the best stadium. No
Yes.
shade, hot as hell, all concrete, small. I'm gonna say what it is. It's small,
Mhm.
but great field. Love the atmosphere. The atmosphere at Memphis Stadium is great, but it's good to see that a Florida team has a team.
Yes. I mean, look, yeah, like for those who don't know, like that's where the Memphis Showboats played, the UFL team. They played on Memphis Tigers football stadium, and you know, I mean, listen, the fall I can imagine is probably nice, but in the spring they having it right in the middle of the day, like that must be
It's got to be.
something else. You know what I mean? No shade, but hey, man, Orlando got a football team. I think they're gonna play at Orlando City, the soccer team stadium. They're gonna play
Oh,
there.
awesome.
That's like right down the street from Camping World.
Yeah, I
So
thought they would play at Camping World, but that's
I
cool
don't.
either way. Cool either way.
Either way, either way. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lucas, any final words?
Just like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
All right. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.